you might be wondering, what about Gerry? Fear not, Gerry is not leaving us. Yes, that's very exciting. So for those who don't know, Gerry has served as the volunteer and then part-time music director since March of 2017, so almost exactly 6 years ago. And what's important to understand, because probably very few, if any, were around, is that when Gerry and his family came here, this was a completely different church. In the fall of 2016, when they first arrived and started coming with their 4 kids plus grandkid in tow. The last 2 Sundays of that September, I just looked it up for fun this week, we had 40 and then 44 people those 2 Sundays. And 7 of those would have been Gerry's family, and 4 at the time would have been mine. So that leaves less than 30 people there. And so I think we have a picture from those good old days back in the day. There we go, there's Gerry. And this is when we were like, man, our kids ministry is really growing. Seriously, because it was just our kids for a while. And but there's Gerry leading the kids in a song. And I bring up that point just to say what special people Gerry and his family are. Because they were able to see past what was here. And they had a vision for what God was doing and where things were going. And they were really some of the first, or the first kind of family to make that commitment and say, we want to be here. We want to be a part of what God is doing. We kind of see where this is going. And a tiny church like ours at the time really had no business having such a talented family and person here doing music. But they were following the voice of God and the call of God to be here. And I always say, it was really the turning point of our church really was Gerry and his family making a commitment to be here. And that's evidenced by in 2017, we started to then experience, the snowball of growth that's been going on since then. And so there he is too, old school Gerry. You're looking good.
Old school Gerry.
Yeah. Looking even better years later. I love it. So I can't even possibly cover all that Gerry has done. He has invested so much of himself into this church, into this ministry. He has personally and his family financially invested in a lot of what we see, because at that point at a church, we couldn't afford things like these speakers that we now have, or our soundboard, or all this equipment. That was all Gerry, and just him wanting to invest in the church and invest in what we were doing. And so he's done so much, and 4 of those years as music director, Gerry was completely unpaid. It was just volunteer. The last 2 years, only 5 hours a week, really just an honorarium to cover what he does on Sundays. But he does so much more. He has his own full-time job, his own business, but he's always made time to invest in the local church. But now, this has always been his dream to get it to the point where we could actually invest full-time. So he's still going to be a part of it. He's going to take a very much-deserved month off after Easter to just kind of step away, let Marcello step in, and then take a little break. But he will be back. But I just want to end by saying that, perhaps most important to me is that, as a person in ministry, I know Hannah feels the same way, that Gerry's just become one of my best friends and a close friend. And it's not easy to find those in ministry, somebody who will stick by you. We've been through a lot. We haven't always even seen eye to eye, but we love each other. We always talk things through, and we love to joke around and just be friends and hang out. And there's nothing like that bond of doing ministry with another person. So thank you, Gerry, for all that you've done. And I know you wanted to briefly say something.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what Joseph was going to show, so good job. Thank you. I survived that. No, it's been an absolute blessing to be a part of Oceanside Community Church. We love it here. When we came, we just knew that the Lord had led us here, and clearly He did. So we are absolutely blessed, and I am so grateful for the opportunity to have been able to be a part of this season. And I'm looking forward to my time off, a little bit of time off, but really looking forward to getting back fresh, new, working with Marcello. Awesome, love it. And yeah, again, thank you all so much.
So while you're taking that time off, I know Lisa has sacrificed much to have you do this role as well. So we want to give you guys a couple nights at Kingfisher Lodge and Resorts to go. So there's that for you. And enjoy and get refreshed and get spoiled a little bit. But we love you, Gerry. Thanks so much for everything.